From the chaos to comfort, the great college bathroom evolution. Texas Tech University bathrooms, whether the chaotic communal dorms or the more private apartment setups, are a defining part of a student's life. In this project, I'll compare the two experiences and explore how they impact comfort, routine, and social dynamics. With real student insight and a mix of humor and practical advice, we'll see why the bathrooms in Texas Tech University matters more than you might think. Hi, Colton. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me today. I'm doing a project about the difference between dorm and apartment bathrooms and how they impact college student lives. I wanted to get your perspective since you lived in both settings.
Of course, it's such an interesting topic. I've definitely noticed differences.
Let's start with your daily routine. How does using the bathroom in a dorm compare to using one in an apartment? For example, when you lived in a dorm, did you have to change your life schedule to fit around others?
Oh, absolutely. In the dorms, mornings were chaotic because everyone was trying to shower at the same time. Sometimes I'd have to wake up super early just to avoid the rush.
That sounds stressful. Did it ever affect your classes or studying? Like, were there moments where you felt rushed or couldn't focus because of bathroom-related issues?
Yeah, definitely. There were times I'd show up late to class because the showers were full, or I'd feel gross because I didn't have time to wait for one.
How about in your apartment now? Has having your own bathroom changed that dynamic?
It's so much better. I don't have to plan my whole morning around other people, and I can shower whenever I want. It's a game changer for sure.
Let's talk about your cleanness in your dorm. How did sharing bathrooms usually look? Were they cleaned regularly by staff, or did it feel like a free-for-all?
Honestly, it was a hit or miss. Sometimes the cleaning staff would come through, but by the end of the day, it was like no one cared. Hair was everywhere, water was on the floor, it was pretty rough.
That sounds frustrating. Did you or your roommates ever feel like it affected your comfort or even your health?
For sure. I remember people complaining about the dog shit in the showers, and it made me paranoid about even stepping in there. I use flip-flops regularly.
What about in your apartment? Is it easier to clean now? Do you share the cleaning responsibilities with your roommates, or is it mostly up to you?
It's way better now. Since it's just me and my roommate, we split the cleaning duties in half, and we're both pretty neat. It's still work, but at least I know it's clean when I'm done.
Privacy is another big factor. How does sharing a bathroom with so many people in the dorms affect your sense of personal space?
Oh man, there was absolutely no privacy. Sometimes people would walk in while you were brushing your teeth, and it felt like you couldn't escape.
That sounds awkward. Did it ever lead to funny or frustrating moments? Like any stories about mishaps or roommate quirks in the bathroom?
Oh, definitely. I remember one time my roommate accidentally walked into the shower while I was in there. We laughed about it later, but it was awkward in the moment.
And now you have your own bathroom in your apartment. Does it feel like a relief? Has it changed how you interact with your roommates or how comfortable you feel at home?
It's amazing. Having my own space makes me feel so much more at ease. My roommate and I still get along great, but we don't have to worry about overstepping like our toes and boundaries.
Let's touch on cost. I know dorms are typically all exclusive with the utilities, including shared bathrooms. Do you think it was worth considering the bathroom situation?
It depends. Dorms are convenient, but I don't think the bathrooms were worth the price. I felt like I was paying a lot for less than ideal situation.
How about now in your apartment? Are you paying more, less, or about the same? And does the private bathroom make it feel more worth it?
I pay a little more now, but honestly having my own bathroom makes it feel like money well spent. It's worth every penny for the convenience and the peace of mind.
If you could give one piece of advice to students deciding between dorms and apartments, what would it be?
I'd say if you value your privacy and don't mind paying a little more, go for the apartment. But if you're looking for the social experience and don't mind some chaos, dorms can be fun too.
That's horrible advice. Thanks so much for sharing your experience, Colton. This has been super helpful.
No problem, I'm happy to help.
What's good, my nigga? Thanks for joining me today. I'm working on a project about the difference between dorm and apartment bathrooms and how they shape college life since you had experience with both. I thought you had some great insight to share.
No problem. This is going to be fun to talk about. I've got stories.
Great. Let's start from the beginning. Do you remember your first impression of the bathroom situation when you booted to the door?
Oh yeah, I walked in and it hit me all at once. The mix of cleaning chemicals and something I couldn't quite identify. It was like bleach and mystery funk. It was nasty. In the showers, I just stood there staring, thinking, I don't know if I can do this.
That sounds crazy. What was that? Well, whatever. What was your first thought when you realized you'd be sharing your bathroom with so many people?
I thought this is a social experiment gone wrong. One big bathroom for 30 people is just chaos waiting to happen. And it definitely was. If you weren't in there by 7 a.m., you were screwed. Either late for class or skipping a shower entirely.
Yeah, that sounds like a sausage fest. Let's talk about your cleanness. Was there any kind of system, or was it a free-for-all?
Free for all for sure. The cleaning staff came by once a day, but by the afternoon, you never know they'd been there. Water everywhere, hair in the drains, and people would bring their pets in there, and toothpaste blobs on every surface. It was really nasty in there.
Gross. Did that make you avoid certain areas, or did you just go over it?
Avoid. I had kind of a strategy. I timed my showers for weird hours, like 11 p.m. or super early in the morning, just to avoid the madness. But there was always one guy who would ruin it. He'd come in there with a speaker or something, and it sounded like he was hosting a rave.
Can you tell me what type of music he was blasting?
This one guy was blasting Bruno Mars, and I seriously considered climbing over the stall and stealing his speaker.
Yeah, I would have done the exact same thing. Okay, whatever. So when you moved into an apartment, what was your biggest difference you noticed right away?
It was life-changing. I walked into my bathroom apartment, and it felt like I was stepping into a spa, or at least compared to the dorms it did. One sink, one shower, no random puddles or mystery smells. I was really happy.
That must have been a relief. Do you still share your apartment bathroom, or is it all to yourself?
I share with one roommate, but it's like night and day compared to the dorms. We have this unspoken agreement, clean up after yourself. And we take turns doing a deep clean once a week. No drama, no chaos.
Amazing. Privacy is one big one. How does sharing a bathroom in your dorm affect your personal space?
What personal space? Privacy didn't exist in the dorms. I remember walking in once and finding someone throwing up in the sink while someone else was arguing about their lost shampoo. It was always something every day.
That sounds wild. Does stuff like that happen often?
Every weekend. By the end of freshman year, nothing shocked me anymore. Dorm bathrooms have this energy that's part gross, chaotic, and somehow hilarious. Like you have to laugh or you'll cry.
I can't even imagine. And now in your apartment, do you feel like having your own space has changed now? You live?
Completely. Now I can shower without worrying about someone blasting Uptown Funk or barging in. It's calming. No more fight or flight energy just to brush my teeth.
Let's talk money. Dorm bathrooms come with the convenience of including utilities. Do you think the trade-off is worth it, considering the madness?
Absolutely not. I'd rather pay extra and avoid feeling like I'm in Hunger Games every morning.
And now that you're in the apartment, do you feel like your added cost is worth it?
100%. I mean, I'm not rolling in money, but peace of mind is priceless. No shared stalls, no gross sinks. It's totally worth it.
If you could go back to your freshman self, one piece of advice about bathroom in the dorms and apartments, what would it be?
First, get good flip-flops, premium quality ones. And second, don't stress too much, it's only temporary. Laugh at the chaos and grossness, but also start saving for an apartment ASAP. Trust me, your future self will thank you.
That's some perfect advice. Thanks so much for sharing your story, Corey.
Anytime. Just promise me you'll warn the next batch of freshmen about the dorm bathrooms.